Hi everybody, Gina Marie here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm getting ready to do a reading for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Whenever you find this video, you were meant to find it. All right, Taurus, let's see where the cards want to take us today. Oh, look at that. All right, Taurus, if you'd like to become a love and lighter, you can join my newsletter. You can go to tarotbyginamarie.com. Also, I have a free Introduction to Tarot webinar, and in that webinar, I teach you the meanings of the Ace through the Ten of Cups and how to do a 3-card read totally free from me. If that's something you're interested in, then check out my webinar. It's free and it's linked in the description box below. Well, if you've been here a while, you know that is one of my favorite cards. So, all right. All right, Taurus, the overall energy of the reading is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is a heavy burden. Is somebody dropping that burden? God, I hope so. We will have to see. All right. Lower your volume, everybody. Lower your volume. In your recent past, we have, bam! We have a tower, ladies and gentlemen. We have a tower. The tower, the world, and the Queen of Wands. The world. The world is a cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. The tower. The tower. The tower is just something sudden that happens to shake us up and puts us on a different path. A tower happens for us, not to us. Queen of Wands. Is she being fake and phony, or is she full of confidence and determination? We will have to see. In your current energies, we have the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, when we allow the wheel to turn, it turns for success and good karma. The Empress. The Empress... The Empress is somebody who is loving, nurturing, caring, abundant. Somebody who is birthing new ideas. She's all about her feminine energy. She knows her value and her worth. It's not it's not being conceited. It's just a knowing. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Either we have one more fight left in us or we're ready to throw in the towel. In your potential final outcome, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Chariot. Four of Swords, resting, recovering, healing from a situation. Ten of Pentacles is a very personal card for me. It means to have everything. The Chariot. The Chariot is forward movement. We have to see if the Chariot is moving. Now, we have to see how all of this correlates to the Ten of Wands. Now, let's start clarifying. The world. Why is the world here? Now, take the reading how it resonates. Roles can be reversed. I could be talking about you or someone's energy who is connected to you. Why is the world here? Wow. Why is the world here? Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. Yeah. And I felt it too. I felt it. Okay, the world is being clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. I feel like something in some ways, for some of it was an ending. A cycle is closed. You've walked away from something you loved and you had to move forward on the boat. For some of you, I feel like it was a relationship that you had to close the door on, and it was a very painful closure, but you realized that you had to. The swords and the boat to me represent the lessons we've learned in the past. So this could be having to shut the door on a connection that maybe you didn't want to, but you had to. Because you realized that maybe you were learning your lessons and maybe they weren't. And you just had to shut the door. Whatever this cycle is, you've walked away and you've moved forward. I don't feel that it was like, okay, we're done. I feel like for some of you it was quite painful and it was a hard thing to do, but you did it. The Tower. Why is the Tower here? Like I said, the Tower is just something sudden that happens to shake us up and puts us on a different path. A tower happens for us, not to us. Sometimes the tower can be huge where just stuff comes crumbling to the ground. Sometimes the tower is just a self-realization where we take a good, honest look at our lives. Why is this tower here? Yeah. The tower is being clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. I don't feel like this tower was earth-shattering. I don't feel it that way. What I feel is now we're taking a look at our life honestly, putting things into balance. And with the Page of Wands here, it's now, I feel like now you are moving forward on your journey on a different path. So whatever path you were on here, you closed it out. And now you're on a new path, putting your life into balance. I feel like this tower was more I'm looking at my life honestly, in which direction I want to go because something has ended. Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Talk to me about this Queen of Wands. Okay. Yes. Queen of Wands is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords. Yes. I feel like this Queen of Wands, I don't feel fake and phony. I feel like the Queen of Wands is now moving forward with confidence. Why? Because whatever this was, you've closed it out. Moving forward with confidence, and the wheel is turning on all of the hurt and pain that you've had. I feel like, metaphorically, these three swords are now starting to come out of this heart. I feel like this was painful. Whatever this was, because you held love for it, and I don't feel like you really wanted to close the door, but I feel like you had to. It was almost like you felt like you needed to. The door needed to close. It was almost like you needed the door to close because you needed to save yourself. Or else you would have been stuck in a cycle of just going around and around in the same old, like a rat on one of those wheels in their cages, how they just keep spinning on that wheel. It's almost like you would have continuously have been on that wheel and you were like, I just can't do this anymore. So it's like, I got to move forward. In your current energies, we have the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Why is the wheel here? Talk to me about the wheel. Why is this wheel here? Why is the wheel here? Talk to me about the Wheel of Fortune. Why is it here? Wow. Wheel of Fortune is being clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Sun. Yeah, as you allow the wheel to turn. Remember how I said the wheel is turning and on all of this heartache, it's like you're healing? Well, as the wheel continues to turn, I feel like things and people may start coming towards you. Knight of Cups is an offer of love. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So I feel as if as you move forward with confidence and you allow the wheel to turn, and it essentially you start healing from whatever this was. I feel like you are. Whatever is still left here, I feel like you're still healing moving forward, but I feel like this could be another connection coming in. This could be now the things that you truly want and desire are now coming towards you. Why? Because you've closed this out. Because you've walked away from something. The Empress. Why is the Empress here? Talk to me about the Empress. I feel like this is you standing up in your power, finding your worth. I feel like it was a hard road too. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay, the Empress is being clarified by the Six of Cups and the Chariot. For some of you, I feel like this was a Six of Cups relationship you had to walk away from. Here you are knowing your worth. For some of you, this is you knowing your worth where it comes to a Six of Cups relationship, but having to move forward from it anyway. Because your counterpart couldn't get their crap together. And I hate to say it like that, but that's what I feel. For some of you. For others of you, this is you finding your worth, and a Six of Cups relationship now comes in, and you can move forward with them. Because this could be this relationship, took quite some time to come to you because you needed to close this out first and heal, which you have. So, like I said, you have to take the reading how it resonates. This could be, you've closed out a cycle with the Six of Cups relationship, and I believe since you've learned your lesson and started to heal, another Six of Cups relationship comes in. Or another soul connection can come in. I don't believe that if you are connected to somebody, if they are your soulmate, I don't believe that if you learn your lessons and that person doesn't, I don't believe that in this lifetime you are doomed to a life of loneliness because the person you're connected to can't get their crap together. I don't believe that. I believe that if you can get your stuff together and for as painful as it is, detach and move forward, I believe the universe sends you another connection. It's like essentially rewarding you with another soul connection because you've learned your lesson from that last one. Put in the comments. Let me know what you think. But I don't believe that if I learn my lessons and my divine counterpart doesn't, I don't believe that I live my life, sulking after somebody without love because they can't because they can't get their crap together. I don't believe that. Nine of Wands. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Because then essentially I'm being punished for learning my lessons. And I don't believe that's how that works. Nine of Wands. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Why is the Nine of Wands here? Why is this Nine of Wands here? Yeah. Nine of Wands, that's my other card. Nine of Wands is being clarified by the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. I feel like in some ways you fought the battle, and I feel like you've won. Truth, clarity, epiphanies coming towards you. For some of you, this could be a reconciliation with someone. But I don't know if it goes anywhere. This could be if you've walked away from a soul connection. They could come back for a conversation, for reconciliation. But you may think that it's all pie in the sky because I don't think that they've changed. Like I said, take the reading how it resonates. But I feel like for you, this is you realizing that, you know what, you've been through a lot and that you can still conquer and move forward. And that you don't have to dream about being happy. You can be happy. You can still have what you want. In your potential final outcome, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Chariot. Four of Swords. Why is the Four of Swords here? Resting, recovering, healing. Why is the Four of Swords here? Talk to me about the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is being clarified by the Magician and the Page of Pentacles. Yes, because we've done the work. Magician. I feel like you are the master of your own destiny. That's what you're learning. It's like you hold your fate in your hands. And sometimes that's what we don't recognize is, you want to change. If you want your life to change, you have to change it. You have to be the master of your own destiny. That's what the Magician is. He's got everything he needs to fulfill his goals. He's got all four aces on the table. So it's like as we heal and as we take a moment to pause, it's realizing what we're learning is we're realizing we're the master of our own destiny. If you want to go after your ten of Pentacles, whatever it is, you have to go after it. If you want this Ten of Cups, you have to go after it. If you want your life to change, you have to make it happen. Ten of Pentacles. Why is a Ten of Pentacles here? Talk to me about this Ten of Pentacles. Why is it here? Yeah. Ten of Pentacles is being clarified by the Five of Wands and the Moon. Where it comes to this Ten of Pentacles, where it comes to having everything, I don't feel like we're conflicted anymore. I don't think that with the Moon here, Moon is about fearing of the unknown. I don't feel like we're doing that anymore. I feel like we're going after what it is we truly want, no longer conflicted, and no longer allowing anybody else to throw their conflict on us. And with the Moon here, I feel like we're going towards what it is we want, no longer letting fear dictate where we go. Maybe in the past we did, but we closed out that cycle. Chariot. Why is the Chariot here? Yeah. Why is the Chariot here? Talk to me about the Chariot. Yeah. Chariot. Yes. Yes. Okay. The Chariot is being clarified by the Four of Swords and the Empress. I feel like with this Chariot here, Chariot, Four of Swords, Empress, I feel that now this is you deciding which direction you want to take your life into because you've healed, realizing that you are the master of your own destiny, okay? You get to pick which direction your life goes into because you've healed from these three swords, and now finding your worth, finding your value, being the Empress and attracting. Attracting what? Possibly a soul connection that you move forward with. Or possibly this was you that had to leave a soul connection behind and you had to move forward. But as you move forward, it's healing. It's moving forward. I want to say moving forward and possibly finding another soul connection. I feel like this 10 of Wands is you dropping this 10 of Wands. I feel that you had 10 of Wands up here and you closed out that cycle. Now you're ready for something fresh, new, and exciting. Now you're ready for that new beginning. Dropping these 10 gives you this Ace of Wands. So I feel like you could have been going through it with a past connection, and oh my God, look what was under that 10 of Wands was the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, look at that. I said once you drop this, it resets, you get that ace, and there's that Ace of Wands, and you've dropped this. So if I am right and you had to leave a connection behind, and believe me, I know what that's like. I do. And I don't mean if it sounds kind of like, oh, you just left it behind and move forward. Haha. It's not that easy. It's not. But it's, as you can see, I feel that if you had to, you're rewarded with another connection because you've learned your lessons, because you've moved forward, because you didn't stay stuck on that hamster wheel. There's that Ace of Wands. All right, Taurus, I'm telling you what I see and feel in the energy. All right, what does the universe want to say? What does the universe want to say? Six of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. And the Four of Wands is being crossed by the King of Cups. Stable new beginning, joyous happy times. Why? Because I want to say with this King of Cups, I feel like you were holding on to all of this love that you had, possibly for someone else, but I feel like now you're giving this to yourself. Now going towards things that will give you equal give and take. And with this Knight of Swords here, I feel like things and people are now starting to come forward towards you because you're vibrating at a different energy. But I also feel that with this Knight of Swords, you're going to start speaking your mind and speaking your piece. And if it doesn't pass the smell test, you're like, nope, you're going to call stuff out because you don't want to sit in this anymore, this 10 of Wands anymore. You're not doing it. I feel like you've closed out that cycle and you're moving forward. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped. If you like the content that I have, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a much in-depth personal reading with me, or if you'd like to learn the meanings of the Ace through the 10 of Cups and how to do a 3-card read totally free from me, then check out my webinar. It's free and it's linked in the description box below. Love and light, everybody.